you what I expect out of a horse before I even go look at a cow first. And that really helps if you have a few things on your horse before you go work a cow. All right. So let's just say that I'm going to be moving to the left here and the cow's over here. All right. So really what I want is I want that horse to cave in his right rib cage and want to look towards the fence. He's trying to look in on me right now. And so I'm going to just, I'm holding my outside leg and just kind of working this rein. Now he's settled down. Okay, now he's relaxed. He's relaxed right here because guess what? He's looking where he wants to. Okay, so this leg I'm keeping on the horse, right? Keeping my right leg or my cow leg on the horse. This cow's flying around here. I got the horse's head already tipped towards the cow. I got my right leg on the horse and I'm all set up to go the other way or stop. My inside foot is forward a little bit in case that horse cuts back on me. Instead of it being back there, it's forward a little bit. That's actually cowboy dressage, by the way. Okay. Keeping that inside foot off. Also, that allows this rib to come in uninhibited from you kicking on them. So when you're on the cow, you just use your right leg. If you're going to the left, you just use your right leg. That way the horse can keep looking at the cow. If you kick him with both feet, they can't concentrate as well, obviously, if somebody's tapping on your shoulder when you're trying to focus on something. So that's why we keep that foot off the horse. Now, here's the big deal, too. You got to have all your weight on your right pocket. Now, I'm going to get technical a little bit. You got to have all your weight on your right pocket. None on your left. So you keep your feet picked up. Now, here's the hardest thing to teach people that are working cattle is knees bent, toes up. Knees bent, toes up. The thing that's hard about that is it's not comfortable to put your toes up, is it? No. So that's why most people can't ride very well, in my opinion. Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't try to point my toes in ever. I just be natural about it and drop your heels and lift your toes and don't push on your stirrups. See, if you're pushing on your stirrups, you're going to be thrown all over the place, okay? And you can't sit on that horse. You have to be able to pick your knees up, pick your feet up, and your feet should be always loose in the stirrups. Now, this is a big challenge, no matter where I go, for people to ride like that. It's called how to sit on a horse. And when you sit on a horse, you don't push on your feet. Okay? So, that's real important. So, and then this rein here. Now, here's the other thing. Especially if you have a curved bit. There's none of this stuff. If I want his head to go that way, I tip the nose towards the south. See where my hand is? That's called tipping the nose. That's a dressage term. Okay. This would be pulling. Yeah. This would be pulling. And with a shank bit, that's not very nice because you're pulling that cheek right into their cheek. Yeah. So by tipping the rein and keeping it against the horse's neck, okay, don't back into that. Bend the neck. Keep the weight on my right pocket. Now, these are valuable tips I'm going to share with you in the next minute. When your horse gets nervous or you want to relax them and you need to bend the neck by tipping the nose, okay? But you must keep all your weight on that inside pocket. Same thing this way. Tip the nose. Keep all the weight on the left pocket now. None on the right. Yes, or if you're going in that direction, it helps too. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing before we start working with cows. And this has nothing to do with cows, but no one knows this unless I tell it to them, because no one else teaches this. You might prove me wrong. When you're riding in a circle, to the left, okay? When you're riding in a circle this way, if you just subconsciously rock out on that outside seat bone, okay, you're going to eventually cripple your horse. Eventually. Because when this horse is going to the left, he's using the right hind leg. So if I'm back here dropping on that hip, it's going to make him sore. Does that make sense? A horse turns with their outside hind leg. So if I drop my hip, it's going to hurt him there if he keeps going. Now, most people going to the left are very good about that. They don't drop that hip going to the left, right? Stay down in the well, so to speak. Then you can sit those turns. But here's what happens when people go to the right. Watch my hips. You ever see that? That's what everyone does, going to the right. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta psych myself up, stay on that right side, have the saddle right, pick up my left foot, turn my shoulders if I want to, but my feet are picked up, okay? Feet are picked up, good boy. Okay, one more thing. You'll appreciate this. One more thing. When you back a horse up, okay, I really have a problem with the way most people back a horse up, because, in my opinion, you don't sit back and pull. You don't sit back and you don't do that. It makes them hollow out, and it puts too much pressure on their knees and their back. So what I teach people is just rock out of your seat a little, and then it's too easy for a horse to back up. Just rock forward over their shoulder just a tiny bit. They want to back up. Now, I see you do something a lot. I want to share this with you. Hang on. When you're handling a horse, when you've got the rein this up, it can be very heavy on their mouth. Very heavy, even though it's really cool to ride on a slack rein, and I agree. But when you go to pick the reins up, instead of doing this, you need to reach down here and just grab the reins, and you won't even have to pick them up. You know, or just slide your hand down, but you don't want to pull from there, especially if you're working them cows. Now, the big boys, when they start a horse on cows, they're like right here, and they're just like tipping the nose and using the leg, okay? Just tip the nose, and use the leg. There's no pulling, okay? Really important. Now I'm going to watch the horses on the cattle, and I'm going to assess whether or not we should be stopping them or just turning them into the cows to put cow in them. It sounds like they probably have cow in them because you've been working cows, so they probably do, but I can't wait to see what you guys can do, and then we'll go from there. But there's one more exercise that you need to know. I keep lying to you and say one more thing.
Yeah, no, keep going. Yeah, please.
Okay, it's called the drawback.
Okay.
Now, if you're a cow man or a cow girl and you want to be the best on a cow, you must have a drawback on your horse. And it's pretty simple to explain. And after some time, it's pretty easy to maneuver. But here's what a drawback is. It's where you come up and you stop and you go backwards without hesitating, and then you turn. Okay? Without the cow. Just real easy. Just come up, stop without hesitating, go into the back and use your leg and turn. Just like that. What that does is, when you're going real slow on a cow, you can really teach that horse to stay rocked back on his hind end. So Even if you're going to lose the cow, and if the cow's going slow enough, always just kind of stop. What that does is it just simply rocks the horse back on their hind end, and then you turn. It's that easy. All right.